Hello once again, gamers. Kruznik X alongside Skaith Legna, Sarah Walker, Crimson Fang. When we last left off, we were having the meeting, and then the Qalyana frickin' ruined it by summoning Sri Lakshmi again, and we had to fight her, and it was a bitch, and I needed a break just to get a drink. But anyway, I accidentally hit the cutscene in the last episode, so we're sitting here right at the start of the cutscene, and we'll start it off. Well fought, Chris Arnbald. That was a near thing. No, I don't want to skip the cutscene. Aye. Our stand against the Qalyana would have been brief indeed, had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... It's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass. We were all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson, and watch our own more carefully in future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldier who first spoke up in favor of the Qalyana keeping their weapons springs to mind. A primal servant is betrayed by his aura. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Ystola. We'd appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fordola showed up. What was she even doing there? I asked her to come. And she explains everything, which we saw last episode. Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Ragnfried was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. 'Tis a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alvino. The first step will be to get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but none of them seemed ready to run. We're all determined to finish what we started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Chris, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You bet it. Damn straight. Ah, the Royal Menagerie. I love this place.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens.
Indeed it is.
The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people. It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave.
Nanamo? What's she doing here? I think it's adorable that love. Nope.
Your Grace, there was no word.
Raubahn Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
But, Your Grace...
Whoa!
Raubahn, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Is it bad that looking at Nanamo cry makes me want to cry?
Nanamo.
Smile for me, Raubahn. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
What can I say? She's Nanamo's one of the few Lalafels that I actually like. Anyways, let's speak with Lise and So you guys are all ahead of me right now, huh? Okay, so I'll just continue on.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
We all work together, come on.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Raubahn to oversee the final stages of her relocation project.
Well, that's good.
She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Oh, oh shit, she's right behind me, isn't she?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino, 'twas only a jest.
Classic Lalafell dick move.
But I must yield the floor to Raubahn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
How Pippin can wield a blade the size of him?
I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
He wants to join the Scions.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Oh, that was harsh.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Your Grace has developed a wicked edge to her humor. And you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
Oh!
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye. That seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubahn.
Ha! And it all ends on a good note.
Well, that was unexpected. Though you seem distinctly unsurprised. Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch. In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
Indeed it will. Meanwhile... Oh. I thought there was going to be a meanwhile here, but hey. I think it's about time I headed back to Raga's Reach. What's next for all of you? Alice will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you, if you've no objections. I'd welcome the company. Chris, Why don't you come along to the Reach as well once you've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Upon completion of this quest, you will be able to access the palace's rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie attendant. Alright. Let's say goodbye to Nanamo and Raubahn. Just one quick. It seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed for my earlier decision, overruled though it was. I must assume Father's responsibilities without delay, lest our rivals, both inside and outside Ul'dah, treat this dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured, they will find Tizona's edge just as sharp in my hands. I've asked enough of you, Chris. My only words for now are those of gratitude. Just as well. Alright, back to Rogger's Reach. I'm coming, keep your shirt on. Actually, on second thought, take it off. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. I jest. You guys know I'm kidding. Hey, don't tempt me with a good time. Anyways, let's speak to Lise. Well, here we are again. Alvino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-meeting betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Drankred and Y'shtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. I honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed companions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Qalyana. You can say that again. This whole episode has reminded me just how far apart our kind still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed. Violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera in the M-tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of the Qalyana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the resistance army, out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What? The Bull of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller independent groups. And when Conrad passed his command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Rogger's Reach. He just happened to be serving as the Resistance spokesman at the time, and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under a new government, I'll be nominating Raubahn as the overall commander of our forces. He has more experience than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed. He is in all respects the ideal choice, assuming he accepts the post. Alamigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The siege which we carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Alamigo blooms.
And with that, we've completed this quest. Meanwhile, because I know there's something we're missing here. Meanwhile, in Kugane, I do give thanks to the Kami that my makeshift wrath withstood the fury of the seas. But there their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor men in a city of rich merchants.
These dango are delicious. Will you have one?
More sweetbreads. I surrendered my blade to secure what few coins we have.
Well, looks like we'll be seeing more of them soon.
Bah! 'Tis like talking to a child. Why fate saddled me with this burden, I shall never know. But I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Come, Suyu. Shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea.
She's kind of shocked to see him, like... I'm sure there's more. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace, here's where I was looking to help find out something. When we last left the Emperor...
Have you read the report? First Doma, then Alamigo, and Lord Xenos put to the sword. Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded, and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chest and boast loudly of taking his head, regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives! Deplorable that our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official and above all accurate announcement to quell these pernicious rumors. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims. And who's listening in? I have a feeling that guy will figure prominently in the next patch. And with that, we have earned the achievement More Heroes, as well as the wind-up Raubahn minion, the dress-up Raubahn minion, which we will put into our minion list. And we'll promptly summon him. There he is. Did he just kneel? Alright, did we get any new titles from it? Or did we just... Oh, we did! Oh, come on! That's bullshit! So the new title we get is Raubahn's left arm. That's terrible. That's just plain terrible. But anyways... with that, that ends the storyline for patch 4.1, The Legend Returns. It's been really fun hanging out with my FC on this one, but and I hope to do more with them in the foreseeable future. But until then, a special thanks to Crimson Fang, Skaithlegna, and Sarah Walker for all joining me on this adventure and plowing through the storyline as fast as we could in 3 days. We were going to finish this all yesterday, but unfortunately emergency maintenance kind of got in the way of everything. But anyways, we still have a lot more to patch 4.1 to deal with, but we'll get to that in the next live stream, which will be starting in a few minutes. I'm just going to take a quick break and grab another drink, because this next live stream is going to be interesting to say the least. The next live stream we do will be centered around, dare I say it, fucking Hildebrand. God save us all. Anyways, that bullshittery will wait until at least the next live stream. But until then, that's it for this episode of Cruisix Purgatory. Thank you all for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Click here to watch more videos by me. Click here to watch the previous episode, and click here to watch the next episode when it comes out. Until then, on behalf of everyone here in the Crimson Wing, aka Alarubra, Cruisix, signing out.